Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to Trek Central. In the latest trailer for Star Trek Discovery Season 3, we learn that a Federation collapsed due to a mysterious calamity known only as the Burn. In today's video we're going to be sharing what we believe this event might be and exploring how it connects back into the history of Star Trek. If you're new around here, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from us here at Trek Central. We're of course covering Star Trek Lower Decks right now, and of course chatting more about the run up to Discovery Season 3 and what we can expect from the third ambitious season of the show. Now the Burn is described as the day in which the galaxy took a left turn. This is said by Cleveland Booker in the new trailer we got during the Star Trek Discovery Season 3 panel on Star Trek Day. We were told in the panel that Book is someone who was born into this post-Burn galaxy, so we can assume that the Burn occurred at least 30 years prior to the start of Season 3. Another clue regarding the Burn may be a key shot featuring what happened to a lot of Starfleet shipwrecks in orbit above a planet. We can clearly make out various source sections and what appears to be nacelles in the debris field. Later on in the trailer, Burnham says the Federation is not just ships. Therefore we can assume that the Burn had something to do with ships that destroyed them and the Starfleet Armada. According to the Star Trek Discovery panel conducted during Star Trek Day, the Federation is still active in some capacity, however they're very much on the back foot and still in survival mode after the Burn occurred. This is interesting because in Star Trek Picard, we see a whole fleet of ships being destroyed in the attack on Mars, and yet the Federation was able to recover by the time of 2399, so something more must have happened to prevent the Federation from actually rebuilding. But obviously the question is, what happened? Well, we think that we've uncovered what caused the Burn and how it caused the collapse of the Federation, and it comes from a single episode in Star Trek Voyager. This episode is called The Omega Directive.
Captain, I'd be negligent if I didn't point out that we're about to violate the Prime Directive.
For the duration of this mission, the Prime Directive is rescinded. Let's get this over with.
The Omega molecule was a near-perfect molecule that could provide infinite power, with a single molecule being more than equivalent to that of a warp core. However, its extreme power made it also highly unstable. Due to its unstable nature, it would instantly destabilize and cause massive devastation. It was previously synthesized by a group of Federation scientists, but upon its creation, it destabilized and the scientists were killed in a devastating explosion, with the severe after effect of the explosion rupturing subspace and causing warp drive travel in the area to become inoperable for many light years. If a large enough chain of Omega molecules was synthesized, they could have destabilized and ruptured subspace throughout the entire galaxy. This is what we theorize a Burn could be. A destabilization of Omega molecules somewhere within the galaxy, whether it be from a Federation or another faction. This theory connects to the information we currently know about the Burn. The destruction of Starfleet ships can easily be explained by the Omega molecule. If warp travel was rendered inoperable on a galactic scale by the Omega molecule detonation, any ships that are currently at warp will be brought to massive deceleration, literally flying apart, spreading debris across vast sectors of space. Secondly, if subspace is ruptured on a galactic scale, this would render the use of any subspace messaging inoperable as well. Therefore, star systems would be isolated from the galaxy as they wouldn't be able to get any messages out or receive any messages from surviving Federation elements, which would create the belief that the Federation is no longer around or that they're ghosts of the past. And, given the lack of warp speed capability, there would not have been the methods of faster light travel, so no one could pop in and check the Federation is still doing well. Omega molecule detonations are said to be instantaneous, which is also correct for what we know about the Burn, having occurred in a single day, a single tragic event that caused the collapse of the Federation as we know it. It's also relevant to note that Species 262 described the Omega molecule as a powerful substance which could burn the sky, therefore giving more evidence for the Omega molecule causing something referred to as the Burn. So, if our theory is correct, how does this impact the story being featured in Star Trek Discovery Season 3? Without warp drive, an alternate method of transportation would be very valuable, and Discovery has brought its technology into the future with its displacement-activated spore hub drive. We know from previous interviews with creators of Discovery that no other ship in the future has this technology, due to it being destroyed from the records at the end of Discovery Season 2. Arguably, the USS Discovery becomes a very valuable starship despite it being 900 years out of date in both shields and weapons, but its propulsion system is realistically the only one that can move around the quadrants if warp drive is inoperable. We identified in the trailer a race of beings known as the Codonites, a species that was first mentioned in the original series but was shown chronologically earlier in Star Trek Enterprise, as an early civilization that humans met on the way to creating the United Federation of Planets. Showing these Federation species, alongside us seeing Vulcans, Chills and Andorians, the Discovery might be rebuilding these connections in an attempt to re-establish a Federation. The spore drive cannot exactly be easily dismantled and inbuilt into other starships, as the crossfield type was specifically constructed to work with the spore drive, and it also requires a living navigator, which in our case comes from Lieutenant Commander Paul Stamets. What is extremely interesting about all of this is how important it is for the future of Star Trek. For this we can look at Star Trek Discovery's book, which was recently released by Dave Galanter. Star Trek Discovery Dead Endless is a novel that takes place in an alternate timeline where Michael Burnham is the captain of the Discovery and its mycelial technology is improved during the time of peace and that the Klingon War did not actually happen. Because of this, the crew were able to use mycelial technology and put it into other systems of the ship, such as experiments with mycelial-based communication systems that send messages through the mycelial plane that would be faster than using subspace transmissions. This could be how Discovery managed to reconnect the former Federation worlds by giving the technology to build communicators to talk with the Federation. It's a lot to consider and a lot to think about. Of course, that's it for this video. If you want to stay up to date on the latest Star Trek news and information, then hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from us here at Trek Central. We're really interested to hear your feedback on this little Star Trek theory and what is the burn, and how it fits into the Season 3 storyline of Discovery. If you're excited about this and have any theories of your own, then let us know in the comments section below. We'll also be discussing the trailer and the latest episodes of Lower Decks and also Star Trek Discovery Season 3 in our weekly livestream series, which takes place on Sundays at 9 PM BST. Tune in to hear us talk Trek and answer your questions. That's it for myself, I've been Captain Jack, and we'll see you next time. Live long and prosper, my friends.